All right, you guys, here we go. I did say that if I found some evidence where I will eat my own hat, I will do a video and actually show it. So this is the case of Jacqueline Scott versus Deputy Hill, and thankfully for Legalize Drugs' facts, this does not have his name anywhere on it, so it doesn't say that he filled it out, he filed it, none of that stuff. Now, I will also say that I cannot find the fact that he is part of this case. This is the case in front of the courthouse that he brags about, that he is sued for himself and for Jacqueline, and they reached a settlement. I can't find any facts that he filed a case for himself. I can only find this one. And going through the filing documents, she did settle with the cops, and I have put in a public records request for that. But, so this is Jacqueline Stout versus Deputy Hill. And we are going to skip that stuff. Alright, so basis for jurisdiction. State or local officials, a 1983 claim. 4th Amendment and 14th Amendment. Deputy Hill was a uniformed deputy employed by the Fredericksburg Sheriff's Department and identified himself as such in Fredericksburg, Virginia, October 30th, 2020, between 3 and 4 p.m. I was standing outside of the publicly accessible Fredericksburg City Courthouse filming the arrest of an individual through the windows. The defendant and several other deputies purposely and admittedly obstructed my view by creating a human chain from inside the courthouse lobby in front of the windows I was filming into. I stepped up onto a protruding window ledge about 3 feet high from the ground to film over them. The defendant and other deputies accosted, arrested, and prosecuted me maliciously for disorderly conduct for standing on the ledge. On January 29th, I was found not guilty of the charge of disorderly conduct. So, this looks like a great fact in her favor, right? She was there, she was filming, they got in her way, so she went up to one of the windows to try to get a better view, and then they accosted her and arrested her and then prosecuted her for it. Maliciously, I don't think the standards that we've looked at, I don't think she reaches that standard, but she's also not suing for it. So no physical injuries. She's seeking relief in the amount of $50,000 in compensatory damages for emotional distress and pain and suffering, and then $50,000 in punitive damages. And then in closing, it's got her signature and no spot for an attorney, so thankfully he did not file this under the Stout and Stout Pro Se LLC, which is just silliness. But here we go, you guys. Here's one case where Jacqueline, and I don't know their relation. I really don't give a crap. But here's where she filed a lawsuit, and yes, there was a settlement. The case was dismissed on the 18th of August, I do believe it said, due to the settlement. I am trying to get my hands on the document, and I hope to be able to go over what it settled for. Now, so on that, yes, I'm going to eat my own hat and say that she has been able to sue and get a settlement. I still can't find any settlements in his name where he was able to get a settlement. That doesn't mean that they don't exist. There's a lot of state court cases that it might be under, and state cases are a lot harder to reach. So I don't know. But, yeah, I'll tell you, none of his federal cases have settled in his favor that I can find. Again, I might be missing something. I looked in both the Western District of Virginia and the Eastern. The Eastern District is where he lives, and where he went to prison at, and where he was charged with, I think, was it cocaine, or and then committing a felony with possession while in possession of a weapon and concealed weapon without a permit, and all kinds of charges that he was convicted of and spent time in prison for. So all kinds of fun stuff there. But okay, in this one, I will eat my hat when I said that I can't. Well, no, because I said in my video that I can't. That I haven't been able to find anything where he won a settlement. He did not win this, unless again he wants to admit, and he already did in one court filing, that he prepared these documents. You cannot do that. As a non-attorney, I cannot help you prepare your documents, just like he cannot. That is practicing law without a license. But thankfully, he did not put his name on this, so he may not be able to get charged with that unless they take his complaint, his filed complaint at face value, which they can, because it is notarized and all that. So who knows what happens there. But there we go, you guys. Jacqueline Stout, somehow related to Mark Stout, aka Legalize Drugs, actually did settle and won a case for that courthouse arrest. Alright, you guys, thank you and have a great day.